The Young CEO, supporting aspiring entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams.
Take it up, take it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 4. 8, 9, 7. Something like that, something like that. Let's go, go back. This one's 50. This one, I'm on. Come on.
The Young CEO, supporting aspiring entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams.
Come up with it. At least now you are back.
Because I want that to be. Don't want to be there. Yes.
They go do like they no see say food you no do. They go do like they no see say road you no good. They go do like they no see say people they suffer. Things not out. And I pray one day make it better pass. So make it better pass. And I pray one day make it better pass.
No, it's one strike for you. It's one strike.
The Young CEO, supporting aspiring entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
I guess you guys are enjoying your time here. It's always fun when you are in a particular place. A lot of things happening within the closed door space. We are out there actually watching, and then today we are here. My name is Dr. Gilead Okolonkwo. I am the CEO of Big Magnet International Group. And then with me here is
Louis DK.
Mr. Louis DK. Yeah. So we are here today to actually have a little chat, because the essence why we are all gathered is so that we can also get some skills or some new things to add to what we know. I will take you guys through a certain kind of space that may not be too conventional. See it as an opportunity that you are actually hearing about this here, because some of you are going to make certain decision based on this information that you're going to get would be a plus. It will also help you to quest for more knowledge, because there's a big problem in Africa, and the problem is sometimes we're always staying within our comfort zone. I am Pan-African, and that is why I always challenge every African to continue to think of ways to add value to the African continent. Nobody is going to change that for us. We are going to do that. One of the areas that I want us to begin to look at has to do with the digital space. The truth is this: some time ago, we actually blame our forefathers that they made certain mistakes, and these mistakes they did led to colonization. But do you know that if youths who are here present do not take informed decision or take what is rightfully yours, we would also experience what I call digital colonization. Now, is there anybody who wants to endorse digital colonization for Africa? We were colonized before and we knew what we experienced. So now, if we are not informed, we do not do what we should do now, we discover that those who colonized us before will digitally do what? Colonize us again. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that we begin to look at what is really trending. We should not always be consumers of technology. We should be contributors to the technology space. And that is why today I'll be talking about cryptography, and then too I'm going to connect that with blockchain technology. So today, many of you may have been hearing about that word, blockchain, cryptocurrency, blockchain, cryptocurrency. What is it all about? How can I actually play in this space? We're going to demystify the complexities. I want to start by saying that technology has evolved, and one of the key things that those who are enthusiasts of technology, they keep on modifying it, and this modification is aimed at enhancing security, enhancing privacy. The technology before now is garnished with what we call centralization. So centralization simply means that there is an intermediary that must actually do what? Confirmation. Have you bothered to ask yourself, when you send money from Access and the next person in the other bank actually gets an alert in Zenith, who is the intermediary that actually plays the role of confirmation of this transaction? Who plays that role to confirm it? That if I have 20,000 naira in my account and I send you 10,000, I don't go back to my account and I see 20,000, but in your own account you see 10,000. Do you see that at times? So that means that the books must be balanced. That if I send 10,000 from my balance of 20,000, yours will be added with a plus of what? 10,000. While mine will reduce by what? 10,000. So reconciliation of account becomes what? Possible. So that means that the central bank plays the function of reconciling this what? Transaction. But you know that the banking system has also evolved. I'm going to talk about it from two perspectives. I'll look at it from the aspect of trust and the aspect of what? Control. The truth is this: government and the banking system works together. So that means that the first point of call, if an individual actually has done something wrong, if you want to track that person, where do you go first? You go to the bank. So that means that when your bank account is held, what happened to you? You will definitely come out. It's either they cripple you that you don't have access to what resources. But then, at some point in time, some individuals believe that is it not possible for us to do transactions without actually passing through the bank? So that is where blockchain technology came about. The process of actually transmitting transaction without a central authority. But the technology is built so that it can do what? Reconcile transaction without a third party. So that means that once I send a transaction, the technology actually do what? Confirms that transaction and then broadcast that transaction in nodes. This node now do what? Verify it. If it is correct, it does what? Accept it. And when it's accepted, then it cannot be altered again. So that is why blockchain technology is one that can be applied into various aspects of our society. The reason is because it promotes trust. it promotes transparency, and then it cannot be what? Altered. So that means that whatever transaction that goes through the blockchain, you cannot actually change that particular information at will. If you want to change that particular information, it means you need to alter all the transactions on the network. And that is why we say today it is almost difficult or impossible to do what? To crack the blockchain's workspace. And I'm going to give you a little practical illustration on the process. That is why people don't even venture or go there around it. Now, talking about blockchain, so we can simply say that blockchain is a public ledger. So it is a public ledger where transactions are recorded. But the process of recording this transaction is based through a cryptographic word process. There are various algorithms that runs on this particular technology. Earlier before now, we only know about what we call POW. What is POW? Proof of work. So proof of work is an algorithm that runs, or an algorithm that is applied in the blockchain ecosystem. And when we say proof of work, how can we better explain it? Now we can explain proof of work in that when transaction is sent through the network, the point is, in order for that particular transaction to be confirmed by the network, computers need to connect to the network to do what? To solve the puzzle. Because this particular transaction is like a puzzle. Now, high-speed computers begin to solve this mathematical equation on the network. And the moment a particular computer gets the right answer, which means it's connecting that particular transaction that has been sent and fix the puzzle together, and it is complete, what happens is that that particular transaction goes into the network and is synced as a node. Now, that computer that is actually solving this particular question to get it, that's why we say it is proof of what? Work. So upon solving that particular cryptographic equation and get it right, what happened? The particular information goes into the network and the network is now broadcasted. So all other nodes that is connected to the network begin to what? Connect as a chain what? Reaction. That it is correct, and then it's syncing into the what? Network and being broadcasted. And once this is happening, what it means is that all the computers of the world that is connected to this network now sync this particular correct information and stores it into the block. The computer that actually answered that particular question or solved that particular question is now rewarded by the network.
Welcome to Learn with BNCT. My name is Sushi. The BNCT masternode holds the collateral of the BNCT network, which is represented with nodes distributed around the world. The BNCT masternode supports token economics and the BNCT reward distribution of 20 million BNCT in the network over a period of 100 years. This reward is supported by the Android and iOS wallet, in which having a balance of 100 BNCT in your wallet enables the Android and iOS masternode staking process. New BNCT is created through the masternode POS algorithm. To enjoy masternode reward requires that you have full equity share right on the masternode. BIP Magna Group offers equity share on the masternode as loyalty for supporting the BNCT blockchain in 3 ways. 1. By supporting through donation the development of the BNCT blockchain and its use cases on www.qtradeai.com. 2. By supporting the CC Power mission for the free distribution of anion sanitary pads across Africa for the African girl, through the reward from the BNCT Masternode Equity Share on www.ccpower.org. 3. Masternode Equity Share rewards to merchants and users for the use and activation of the Q Discount application. These are the 3 ways to win equity share on the BNCT masternode. This equity share has a fixed unit in supply. When 100% allocation is achieved, there will be no more equity share allocation. Would you like to be an equity share owner on the BMCT Masternode? Why not consider any of the 3 ways to be among the equity share owners who are committed to using rewards from the blockchain to support the African girl child? Or become part of the BMCT market makers as a holder of the BMCT equity share. Finally, do you know you can enjoy the Android and iOS Masternode reward? All you need to do is buy and hold 100 BMCT on your Android or iOS BMCT wallet and enjoy a weekly reward for enabling staking on your mobile device. The BMCT blockchain sets the standard for global consumer loyalty. For more information, please log on to www.bmct.io. It's a bye for now.
That reward is what actually gives birth to what we call cryptocurrencies. And I'm going to use a case study of what? Of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin actually started because when Bitcoin came into existence, it was more like a way to actually solve some of the points I've mentioned. But how did new Bitcoin come into circulation? The answer is proof of what? Work. That means on the blockchain, the total reward or coins that is going to be on it is what? Fixed in supply. And as these computers are solving and confirming these transactions, new Bitcoin come into what? Circulation. But the interesting part is that this reward is fixed. That means as this confirmation is happening, a time will come where there will be no more reward to be given out. So we can say that Bitcoin have a total supply of 21 million. So every computer that is connected that is solving this is now sharing from this what? Reward. In Africa, many of us missed out on this particular opportunity, and that is why we are here. We are here today to actually what? Open your mind to a lot of possibilities that happened just 7 years ago. But even though many of us missed out on it, there is a way. And that way is what we're going to talk about. Now, when Bitcoin actually came about, many people never believed in the technology. Many people were saying, what is this? In fact, history said that the first transaction that was done, 10,000 Bitcoin was transmitted and it was converted for a peso. That means that at some point in time, 1 Bitcoin was as low as what? 1 cent. But what has happened today? Many people did not take advantage of that. In fact, I told my father that when these things was happening, why did you not act? Because if you had done, then the ministry of today would have been very better. Why? Because if you had not saved and go and buy Volkswagen, that today now the Volkswagen I cannot even see it again. And you actually do big boy in that time that you are riding Volkswagen. But today if you bring Volkswagen now, who will look at you? Anybody? You are old school, is that not true? So some people took certain decision. Now when that happened, many of us missed out. Now Bitcoin has evolved and passed through a lot of challenges, and today it has actually gained a lot of what? Global adoption. That today Bitcoin that was valued for 1 cent some 7 years ago, today as of this moment is valued for $9,000. Now multiply $10,000 by 10. That is what you would have been worth as of today. But we bought sneakers, we bought car, and today we are here in the TV show to actually get some fun to start business. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to open our eyes. And that is why today, since many of us missed out on that, what can we do? So, blockchain technology, that is one aspect of it. Remember I said, it's a technology that supports what? Transparency. It's a technology that supports trust. It's a technology that you cannot what? Alter. So that means that these things are challenges that we experience in our daily what? Commercial and daily what? Endeavor. That we are saying that with blockchain technology, when applied, we can begin to what? Solve this particular problem. So having understood one of the first concepts, which is what? Proof of work. One of the first algorithm. The next algorithm that I need to talk about now is what we call POS. POS means proof of stake. When the first technology came about, which was proof of work, what happened? In order for that computer to solve that question, you need to be connected to the internet 24/7. I need to be connected to what? Power. That means gigantic machines connected to power. This is also what? Extra what? Cost. Can you imagine in Nigeria that you connect a machine without actually turning it off and connect to the internet in 1 year? Do you know how much that's going to cost? So it's consuming a lot of what? Energy. The question now is, would we continue like that? So that is why another technology came about that will not consume as much what? Energy. And will not consume as much what? Time. But rather it's going to be based on what we call consensus what? Algorithm. That means based on the number of holdings you have on your wallet, that supports the network to confirm what? Transaction. Now for holding that in your wallet, not connected to the machines like the proof of work, after a particular period of time, you get what? Rewarded for holding that particular unit.
Let me explain why.
The Young CEO, supporting aspiring entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams.